hold on, my mic wasn't working. Now it is. So what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another video. And yeah, this week on TWAT, or X, however you call it. Well, first I hope you all had a wonderful weekend and spent your time with friends, family, whatever. But this week on TWAT is already starting out with a banger, and yeah, here we go. We're dealing with probably one of the I know takes. I don't know what to say about this, but actually I do. But yeah, it's getting ridiculous here, and this whole discussion is getting ridiculous of who should write who, etc. And yeah, what kind of reading material you need to read, and yeah, examine to create a certain character from a certain background, etc. And this is nothing different. This book called yeah, How to Write Black Characters. At least they're honest about the incomplete part, but for those who don't know, Stokes the writer had to, or at least the comic book aunt had to read, had to take about that it should be mandatory. Well, mandated reading. Well, making certain books mandatory is not in the, especially in the for creative writers, etc. As far as my knowledge goes, is not making certain books mandated or mandatory to read is not always a good idea. This is a classic English or American English literature, a la. But yeah, here he thinks it should be a mandated reading, and yeah, How to Write Black Characters, an incomplete guide. At least they're honest about that part, like I already mentioned. But yeah. So what I'm going to do right now is I checked the Amazon page, and yeah, see the description, the synopsis of this book, what it's all about, and yeah, figure out whether it's a good idea to I use this book to write or not. Yeah, for those that know, comic book aunt Stokes writer is creator behind indie projects like Tap or Die and Decay that I reviewed on yeah, my my small but humble YouTube channel. And yeah, the guy is a pretty good creator from what I've seen. But yeah, we're not always in agreement about everything. That's fine. He does his thing, I do my thing. But if this is coming over like me intending to start drama or anything to have something against him because of the color of his skin, whatever, no. Believe me, that's not my intention. But I have to, yeah, disagree with him on this part. It's How to Write Black Characters in an Incomplete Guide. I mean, what kind of planet does anyone need an incomplete guide to write a black character? That's my guess. Why can't we just create certain characters according to methods and books and guidelines that work, were already written, instead of using an incomplete guide like this? Because now I'm going to the research part that I did on my behalf. I go to Amazon. Yes, that's my real name, or at least the first two letters. How to Write Black Characters, an Incomplete Guide, Incomplete Guides Book 1, English edition, Kindle. So yeah, we're already starting on a good, on a high note. Unlock the power of inclusive storytelling today. How to Write Black Characters is an essential tool for writers committed to promoting inclusivity in the storytelling, aka stereotypes. Crafted by black sensitivity readers, there you go, and editors from Salt and Sage books, this concise and solution-focused guide unveils the secrets to creating authentic black characters. So basically, black characters according to their limited worldview and their stereotypes, because they have limited understanding of how the real world works. I find this. I'm getting so sick of this debate. Discover 10 common pitfalls along with practical tips and research to empower your writing with respect and genuine representation, aka just make it bland and boring. And make their skin color, their race, their ethnic background, their sexuality, their main purpose. And like I already start your anti-racist writing journey today and click buy to unlock the power of inclusive storytelling. Well, no thanks. Even though page only 108 pages, published on July 17, 2020, and written in English. I don't get it. Why should I, still a noob, use a guide that's incomplete, that tells me how to promote a certain narrative in storytelling that has proven to be incompatible with any kind of written and visual medium? And why should I take into account sensitivity readers? I mean, I don't care about sensitivity readers. My work is pretty much straight to the point. What you see is what you get. And some characters just happen to be have some Native American roots or other part have been blended off. Isn't that civilization? And happen to have a certain skin color because they don't exist in the real world. Why should anyone use an incomplete guide to create black characters? And why should we? I wonder what those kind of 10 pitfalls are. But respect and genuine representation. Well, but basically what they're saying is the anti-racist writing journey is, by concept, racist because it makes every black individual, every black character or black individual think that everyone thinks the same. That every black person from thinks like what they think in the United States of America, at least in certain parts, especially the big city environments, etc. But they're forgetting one thing, is that every individual is different. I mean, the Afro Americans have it, and even people with African roots from places like Jamaica and the Creoles from Colombia and other parts of South America. They don't always think the same. They don't live the same way. They don't share the same. They often don't always share the same values and opinions. And that's their own minds, their own thoughts, their own customs, cultural customs that evolved over time. And in the case of the Creole, they have been part of. They have been brought into to South America through the slave traders from Spain. But they kind of keep forgetting, and that's something I don't understand, is that often those people were, before they entered on the ships, they were already enslaved by their own people. That's something they often forget or don't want to tell because it would destroy the narrative. And the fun part is, and the not so fun part is, some of those Creole, they could be quite racist against the Native Americans that already lived there. I've heard about and I've seen with my own eyes as well. So that's that. So yeah, but yeah, back to the subject, to the topic at hand, because I'm running off topic here. On what kind of planet should I use an incomplete guide to write a black character? Why can't we just do, and why are we having this debate? There is no debate about this. Just make a character that happens to, just write your own characters, do your own. I'm not saying that you should not do your research. I do my research all the time. I have to I read, since I was 9, I read everything about the Mayans, ancient Maya, Inca, Mexica, Toltecs, etc. And recently the people of El Salvador to include elements into my story of Jaguar Warrior. And certain characters just happen to be, because they're not real. I mean, you don't see a black guy with a scorpion tail running around all in the real world. Especially when they have dark grey skin and not black. You don't see them running around in the real world, so yeah. They just happened to have the skin color because I thought about it. I invented it, and my artist gave life to them, or color. But yeah, why can't we just do that? Why can't we just write good characters that are well developed, have clear flaws and strong points or strengths, and show their emotions, etc. Things and have qualities and skills that people could relate to, regardless of whether they're black, Asian, Southeast Asian, Native American, LGBT, XYZ, trans, whatever. Just write them as people. And yeah, what you do with this book is we're going to the reviews yet. There's one really, a lot of them that praise it, but I have to do this, do my own research to get into this thing. Recommend to any writer. Well, I wonder who those writers are. But yeah, there's a lot of good information there, but it's overshadowed by heavy preaching of white privilege to the point where it misrepresents reality. And I would and yeah, that's just take it with a grain of salt. And yeah, it's often just use what is useful and dump what's useless. In this case, yeah. Why are we having this discussion? If you want to, let's click it away for a minute. Why are we even having this discussion? Why can't we just create characters? Because there's no discussion. Just create a character that happens to like I said, own flaws, strengths, own skills, powers, whatever, depending on the genre, that happen to be black or have African roots, and just make it, or LGBT, whatever the hell it means, or Southeast Asian. Just make a character that is good, people can relate to, that has their own strengths, flaws, etc. And I unfortunately cannot recommend this guide, because why should people use an incomplete guide to create a character? I don't think you need a guide like this, especially if you're creative, you have experience to write a good character. Just write them as not as a group, but from a group perspective, from an individual's perspective. Try to write them as an individual with their own strengths, flaws, etc. And if they happen to be black, if they happen to be Southeast Asian, South American, Native American, LGBTQ, XY+, whatever, so be it. But don't make skin color and race and ethnicity and their sexuality, what they have between their legs, the main attributes. That's the worst thing you could do. And Unfortunately, I cannot recommend this guide. If you want to buy this guide, well, yeah, you do you, man. It's your money, your choice. But yeah, take it with a grain of salt. Use it like what that reviewer said. Oh, that's a nice memory. Just yeah, take it with a grain of salt. Take what's useful and yeah, throw away what's useless. But in this case, I cannot recommend it. Just skip this guide and just write characters that are good, that happen to be black. Without, you don't need this guide for it. Just yeah, I said, where on what kind of planet should you use an incomplete guide? It's useless. I mean, you can if you're buying it, just use the information that's useful and yeah, keep things like and yeah, skip the part of white privilege, etc. Because the majority of yeah, people who owned slaves, they're dead, and yeah, the people, and yeah, most white people I know, they're not privileged at all. They had to work hard to get where they are right now as individuals, and yeah, it's a non-existent thing. I think it's all farce. Yeah, but I'm not making it my obsession. Anyway, that's my take on this comic book and view. It's not the it's not the best video, it's the most exciting video, but I don't think this should be mandated at all. Just write characters, just write good characters, just write characters how you want. You don't need this guy to do this. And yeah, just make them good. And if they happen to be yeah, black, Latino, whatever, like I repeat myself multiple times again, just yeah, so be it. But yeah, like I said, don't make it their main don't make it the skin color or yeah, ethnicity, race, etc. their main focus. Just make something that's good. That's all you need to do. Just write him as a person, like Fenrir the Ice Wolf said, and yeah, fortunately he keeps. He did not like that at all. Yeah, he might. Yeah, this is not me trying to attack the guy at all. Totally not. But I just yeah, I just don't agree with the state that we need a guide, that we need an incomplete guide to yeah, write a black character or Latino character, whatever. But yeah, that's up to you to find out. Think for yourself. If you think it's worth your money, you can buy it, whatever. But I cannot recommend it. That's very much my take on this. And yeah, yes, he wants to promote this narrative. I don't, and that's yeah. I respect him as a creator and what for DK, but I don't agree with his opinion about this at all because it's counterproductive. And yeah, it won't make your characters better. You're only creating you're only changing one stereotype for another kind of stereotype or caricature. If that's the right word. And anyways, I have to go to bed because I have to work tomorrow. So I'll cut it here, and I'll drink my hot water and talk to you guys later. Ciao,